Hi, my name is Ben Drury. I'm co-founder and CEO of Yoto. We're a small company based in London, UK, and I'd love to talk to you about the power of audio to inspire creativity and imagination in children. Without question, for Philip and I, who's my co-founder, the life-changing event that happened to inspire Yoto was having children. I think there'd be no way we would have even come up with the idea without that moment that kind of changes the way you look at the world and gave us that inspiration behind what we're doing with Yoto. Well, when we were developing Yoto, we came from a background of digital music, so we were both very passionate about audio. And we believed kind of inherently that audio for children had some very positive developmental values around inspiring creativity and imagination. And this was a result of doing a load of background research. We found some academic studies from quite a long time ago that showed that audio had way more beneficial powers around creativity and imagination than the equivalent content in video. Kind of common sense, but that's something we kind of really believed in, and we were very keen for our children not to be stuck in front of iPads from a very young age. So with a background in audio, we set about making hopefully a beautiful user interface to allow a child to have full control over a listening experience. And we were also quite inspired by Montessori ethos in this, that was all around the autonomy and independence of a child to choose what they want to listen to with a very physical interface. Yeah, so we're certainly a consumer-first proposition, but we have seen a lot of schools been buying our products recently, and we have started developing some educational content, such as things like phonics series, which is something that parents often struggle with to teach the children phonics, and it's something that schools actually, after speaking to quite a few schools, we found that they were getting quite frustrated that the parents were unable to support them. So that was one thing. And we are starting to see a lot of schools interested in the product. Sometimes it's just to help children calm down with our mindfulness content. Sometimes it's to support their learning certain topics. We have things like ancient Egypt cards and incredible inventors and things like that. So yes, we are starting to see that happening quite a lot. Well, we definitely think that audio has a really important role to play in the overall mix of a child's media consumption. We've seen that audio can really help provide a pathway to reading. So children can actually start with an audiobook and then progress to reading the story. Whereas the research shows that if they watch the equivalent content in video, then they're less likely to read. So we think it can be quite complementary to reading. We would love every child in the world ultimately to have access to Yoto, or certainly access to a simple way of listening to audio. Books are there, they've been there for forever. Screens are increasingly everywhere, and in the future there will probably be VR headsets and stuff coming through. But we do think that listening is so kind of magical, because you can do other things while you're listening, unlike the other types of media. So yeah, 5 to 10 years, we would love certainly to have tens of millions of families using Yoto, and hopefully we will have helped change the mix of children's access to media and maybe slightly less screen time. Teacher. Impact. Play. State school. Thank you so much.